So I have a major question for you because with the recent influx of talent in AEW, adding Okada, Osprey, the return of so many people like Pac, Kyle O'Reilly, switching up the roles of everybody, with all this new talent, who is going to be the new top heels in AEW? Because we got a new top face in Osprey and Swerve making his transition over. So who's going to be the top guys on the heel side, assuming Samoa Joe's run is coming to an end?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Swerve's about to take it. But um it's our next top heels have to be Okada and Jay White now. It feels like, Okada came right in and he's gonna be positioned near the top of the card. He's stepping right into the Continental Classic picture. Might even win that thing from Eddie. Jay White just got that singles win over Darby just to remind everybody that Jay White is Jay White and he needs to be pushed as a single star because that match was dope.
But you
Um,
nailed it though, because Okada just coming into the company and also being Okada, like he can't lose the one-on-one match against Eddie, can he? Not
I
so soon.
I don't think so.
Which is funny because I was actually looking at him being with the Bucks so closely. I figured they might have run them as a trio for a little while, kind of giving him something to do while other stories that they've had going continue to play out. And that would kind of keep him busy until potentially when Kenny returns. And that way you just have easy ways to kind of keep Okada away from the main title so that way you can continue to let what stories you had planned play out there. I have a name that you didn't say. And when we were thinking about this topic, it hadn't quite hit me yet, but it became kind of fairly obvious at some point because after saying all that stuff about Okada, when we were thinking about it, I was like, I could definitely see Jay White being the one in the position, but Okada being, the popular heel, the one that the focus is on, getting that star power. But I think we missed an obvious one.
Jeff Jarrett.
There's a certain guy who just completely was switching up his role that has recently been suspended indefinitely. That still is going to have beef with the guy who's going to be the world champion when he returns. It's Hangman.
Yeah. Hangman definitely has to be up there when he comes back as well. I think I think he's probably going to take a little break here. Like, I think he'll probably be gone 2-3 months at least. Like, I feel like it just seems like he was gearing for a break.
And I heard he was going to have one, but I kind of feel like if he's not back before Double or Nothing, um, let's
Okay.
face it, it's one of their biggest shows of the year. I could see him making his return at Double or Nothing.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
or
So
it's got to
yeah,
be like Raw
somewhere.
after Mania, the very next Dynamite.
Yeah. Yeah. Somewhere around there. I think that's a good idea. Um. So yeah, Hangman definitely. Okada, Jay White, Hangman. I'll
Jeff
give that to
Jarrett.
me. Jeff Jarrett for sure. Top tier heel. Because man, do I hate that guy.
What about that young
uh,
up and comer, the Lionheart?
don't look. We're we're not even talking about him today.
So
Okay, we're not talking about him today.
honestly, though, I feel like him trying to go straight up heel would be a breath of freaking fresh air as far as that man goes. Like actually heel, not trying to be funny heel. But
That would that might take away the go away heat from me because when he was a heel, at least he made me laugh sometimes. But like as a face, I'm like, Uncle Uncle Jericho, please chill, man. Just
which Makes sense
And
because honestly, one of the best heel moments Okada had since he showed up in AEW was a moment that made people laugh when he told Alex Marvez, "Wish Matthew a happy birthday," and then he says "Happy birthday," and then he's like, "No, sing it." I'm
yeah,
very thankful
that
they cut though because I did not want to hear the whole thing.
that was great. That was so good. I was like, Okada's got it. Like you, because I didn't know how, you know, shame on me. I didn't know how good his English was or how great, he spoke English. I'm like, okay, he's and you don't even need him to anyway because he's got the mannerisms, he's got the facial expressions, like he's got everything else too. So, but then I was like, oh, he speaks English very well. All right,
And the thing
because
is, you
every
don't
time
really
they,
need him to though because the
yeah,
roles that the Young Bucks are playing as EVPs and everything, it's kind of right in the nature of their gimmick to be the talking ones.
mhm, yeah, oh yeah, they're gonna keep talking because they're like the little chihuahuas now.
Honestly, I've been enjoying it so much though. It's better than them being the heels that they were before, where they just try to play up being snarky. Now it's still kind of snarky, but it's an entirely different mix of it, and pretentious and other things to it. Like it works so much better than the heels I've seen them be in AEW before. Maybe not, going all the way back to the Bullet Club day heels, but better than the heels I've seen them be in AEW.
Yeah, and it just and then adding Okada in with them, it just made it so much better. Like it wasn't like like saying better makes people think that I think that there was something wrong, and there was nothing wrong. It elevated it even more, adding Okada to this group with his like he's even got that like kind of douchey haircut and everything, and he just the way he smirks, he's
And
great.
the whole
But
thing with Marvez, it was like a stern, like father kind of thing. It's like, do it. And you just are like, you gotta listen kind of thing. Not that he's like overly menacing. It feels like more stern than anything. But outside of him, I would love to see Jay White, like you've talked about. But there's times where we've seen the flashes. I don't know if it's a mix of just getting the right story beats that make it work, and maybe what we recently saw him do, where desperately want to be the reason to write Darby off of TV with injury. So maybe all that kind of stuff can kind of kickstart him back to being like ultra heel, and we can get him going full on and to the top of the card. But I kind of feel like the next time that he gets a title shot, I'd rather him be in a position to actually win.
yeah, he's already gotten the title. Like if it was like a Dynamite or something, but if it's like a pay-per-view and he's not gonna win, I don't want that again. Like if
Yeah.
it's just like a random Dynamite or something, that's fine. But yeah, I don't want to see like them build a feud up with him and then have him lose again. So no, not that. But I'm ready to see him top of the card. Oh, ooh. So where do you think Adam Cole's gonna fit in when he's healthy? Like, does he fit right in there?
At this point, I don't know. As much as I love him, talking about doing like rematches for title matches, I don't see how you can go back to Wardlow to try to play out that story now. Now the thing is, Joe isn't going to have the title anymore, so I guess you can kind of revisit it with a different champion and make it work. But at the same time, going to the whole top heel thing, I don't want to see Joe fall off like a cliff in terms of where he is in terms of the power of the company. But I also fully understand the dude is not young. He's had a relatively beat up career in the more recent years. I think it wouldn't surprise me if this is it for him. Like this is his. like thank you run, like you've been great and everything else. I don't know if you necessarily are ever going to go back to Joe as being a champion. I don't know how many years he has left because of all that, but I hope that at least while he's still there, he's still a menacing badass. And if it's not the world title, like still give him the other belts and get him involved in a lot of stuff. So I hope maybe he won't be positioned as a top heel, but I hope he's a damn good heel that we enjoy watching every single week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I think Joe now is going to be able to do that kind of. He's legitimate no matter what. Because it's just like he just shows up and they're like, oh, oh shit, it's him. He's back.